Softy on pole by half a tenth from championship leader Jake Davies. Paul McGuinness and Phil Bardwell occupying an Toro Rosso second row. Right, so 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights in Spain. And we're underway, are we? Yeah, there we go, we're underway. Better late than never. Softcop's got a good start. I think Jake's got a better one. We got a rampaging Toro Rosso of Paul McGuinness all over the back of them, running down to turn 1. Paul's all over the back of the front 2. Surely he's going to make a move into first corner. Nothing doing. So Softy holds his own into turns 1 and 2. Jake Davies in second. Paul McGuinness holding on to the third. There's a bit of action going on the back there. Jack Pearson's lost a couple of places. Nicolo's up to 6th already. Actually, Jack Pearson's flying up the order, but now he's lost a place down in the background. Nicolo's off. We've got Arctic Devils who's been disqualified. Nicolo's at the back. Oh, he had such a good start getting up to 6th, and now he's dropped over. We're back at the front now. Jay Davis all over the back of the returning Renault driver, and Paul McGuinness is holding on to the front 2. Phil's already dropped to 2nd to his teammate, and Owen's up to 5th. He's got ahead of Martin Diver at the end of the first sector on the first lap. Now we can see in the background Owen is all over the Toro Rosso driver, but it's Softy who's extending his lead at the front. He's got half a second already. And Paul's looking for a little move. Softy's made a lock up then into that turn. Then we've got Paul in 3rd. We've got Phil 4th. Nicolo's retired. Oh, what a shame. The Red Bull driver's got no luck this season happen. But now we've got Corza who's now harassing. We've got Corza who's harassing Martin, who's harassing Owen. And Martin's gone wide there at the exit of the second to last corner. Softy's now gapped Jakes just over half a second. Paul's dropped back by a second and a half. We've got Corza who now under pressure from Jack Pearson, who's already got ahead of the Mercedes driver. Is he going to be able to have a run of the Red Bull down into turn 1? Martin's having to go a little bit defensive there. Corza's got the inside line and gets back the position on Jack, and nearly is able to have a look up the inside of the Red Bull driver. And surely he's going to be considering making a move coming into turn 1. It's got to be, and we're looking a bit further down the order. We've got Martin who's dropping back, unseen by us. He's dropped all the way down to 9th. Can we get any remnants? No, and he spun again, Martin. Oh no. Dom Smith's got back ahead and Martin down to 9th. He's on the AstroTurf and really struggling at the moment. But back to the front, Jay Davis just 0.3 of a second off of Softy in the Renault. Is he going to be close enough to make a move? He's got to the RS, herring down to turn 1 now. I don't think he's going to be close enough. Softy just seems to have a little bit of a straight line advantage over the Force India driver, and at the moment isn't in a position to do anything about it. Jonas has jumped up to 7th, unseen by the cameras. One of those positions would have been because of the loss of Martin Diamond. Corza's gone wide, and Jonas could be all the way up to 6th here already. Corza on the medium tyres. Jonas up the inside, coming now into turn 4. Is it going to be a straightforward manoeuvre? Corza's hanging on round the outside, but Jonas, I think, has got it. He's going to have to protect the inside line coming into Sandberg corner. Corza's on the grass, and Corza's a little bit of contact there with the Williams driver. Oh, and Corza's nearly off. Oh, he's just about caught that. Corza's caught it. See what I did there? Crikey. So,
did you get that?
Let's have a little look at the position changes so far. So the real winner from the start has been Corza. Of course, he was a lot higher up. He's already made up 4 positions. The biggest losers there in the whole start is Jack Pearson having a look up the inside of Jonas. And Jack Pearson now is up into 6th place.
Okay,
oh, and Jonas hit him off, and oh dear.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happened there. But Jonas did seem to take off the Ferrari driver, but and Jonas has got half a front wing, and I think they both have damage. Jonas definitely has damage and does have to box, so the champion-elect maybe has had to box now. He's going to have to go on surely onto the hard tyres. Jacob Softy. Oh, they're going to Softy's holding the inside line. Jake Davis round the outside of turn 3. What a move! Jake, the Force India driver, the Welshman, and Softy's trying to get it back up the inside of turn 4. But Jake is holding his own. He's saying, "Look, mate, you may be returning, but this is my championship, and there's nothing you can do to get this back." And unseen by us as well, Phil Bardwell is also pitting for the medium tyre. But let's get back to the front now. Softy is harassing the Welshman, and all this is allowing Paul to close back up again.
Rain in 10 to 15
is Softy going to be able
minutes.
to get a run? We're looking now. I don't want to see the back of Softy's car. I want to see the back of the front. Now we're looking at the front of Jake's car. This isn't what we need. Softy's trying one up the inside. I can see in Jake's mirror. There's a bit of contact there. Jake's pushed a little bit wide. Softy is up the inside though and back into the lead. Great move. A little bit forceful, but to be a champion, which Softy is twice, sometimes you've got to be. And Jake's got to learn that if he's going to be able to hold off Softy for the rest of the season. And Paul will be starting to lick his lips as he starts to close in the back battle for first and second. I believe Paul is a former winner around here in Spain. Not sure how many times. Paul, are you a former winner?
I don't know.
Okay, thanks, Paul. Anyway, back to the front.
I don't know,
Jake. I don't know. Oh, we can see one of these make a dive to the pit lane to try and see if they can get the upper hand. Maybe Jake to get the undercut. Maybe so. I'm getting a beautiful aerial camera here. Thank you, Dom Smith. And Softy has pitted. On the aerial cam, we can see Softy coming into the pits. Paul's also pitting as well. We've got Jake who inherits the lead, putting the medium tyres on. He's straight out again. But where is Softcop? He's rounding the final turn now, and surely he's going to get the jump back on Jake Davies again. Maybe Jake should have followed him into the box in the last lap. And Softy's done it comfortably. Softy's comfortably in the lead. That is not what Jake would have wanted to see. I don't know. Is he going to get ahead of Phil? I don't know. Yeah, he is ahead of Phil, but not by much.
Don't want Johners.
We're hearing further back. Dom Smith is defending from Johners. Johners up the inside with the Williams power. Surely, yeah, he just creams past him. Johners is 3 tenths off the back of Jack Pearson, so that mistake for Jack really did cost him. I wonder if there's going to be a move made by Johners. These two have had history so far this race. Jack's gone a little bit wide there. Johners is surely going to be up the inside into the hairpin. He's got the DRS. Johners makes a move up the inside, and Jack's fighting back on the inside. There's a bit of contact on the exit there. I think Jack was just giving a love tap saying, look mate, you may have taken me off early in the race, but I'm not happy about it. Jake has set the fastest lap on those new medium tyres. Causes in the pits. Where's he going to come back out to? On the soft tyres. But we're still watching this battle now for 7th place. Causes going to rejoin about 6th place, I think. By the time Jack's got there, Causes going to be long gone. Jack immediately covers the inside line. Johners with Mercedes power and the DRS is surely going to be able to cream him around the outside. And Johners has, I think, already got the advantage. But Jack's on the inside line. He's going to keep his nose there, but Johners round the outside of turn 1 has put a move on the Ferrari driver. So great move there from the recovering Johners, who really is struggling for pace here in his championship hopes. Well, if they go anywhere like this race is going to be, he's going to have no chance with his 3 main rivals in the podium places so far, and him lagging down in 7th place. Are we getting returned back to the old Johnny Taylor? Jack having a little look up the inside of Sandberg corner, but isn't quite close enough. And Jack is only a 10th off Johners. What's going on there? Jack round the outside. No, not quite. Johners covers him off. Could he get the whippity wrap, the flippity flap? Jack's gone wide though. No, he's not going to get the whippity wrap, flippity flap. And what a shame there for the Ferrari driver. What the swap, and in the background we've got Northens. We've got Martin up the inside of Dom Smith. A little bit of a love tap there from the rear. Well, there's another love tap. Dom's off. Dom's off. Dom's off. He spun. No, Dom spun. Oh God. And Dom in his pink helmet for breast cancer, same as Owen Quimbles, is getting himself back going in, and this is going to allow Dan to close up. I mean, so we've really been treating the rain has come down a lot harder now, and Paul, is it slippery out there?
Very slippery. Oh, that was, yep, very slippery. Slippery.
Are we going to see anyone box for the intermediate tyres? Jake is now just 1.8 off of Softy. Is Softy struggling in these tricky conditions? Dan the Man has pitted for intermediates. Dan the Man has pitted for intermediates. Yes, you heard that right. Dan the Man, former TGP1 champion, should have won 59 races, but has only won 58. Is in the box for the intermediate tyres. Is it getting just too slippery now for the medium tyres? Jonas has pitted. Let's watch with the Williams driver. What is he put on the inters? Surely he's got to put on the inters. He's not going to risk it.
Oh yeah, this is awful.
Yeah, I should have pitted there. Damn it.
Jonas is going on the intermediate tyres. Let's watch his pit stop. Is it going to be a good one? It was a little bit slow, I thought there, but Jonas is back out then. So we've got 2 drivers on the intermediate tyres. We've got Jake still closing on Softy. I think Softy is really struggling in these tricky conditions. Dan has to pull over to let the Renault driver through to lap him.
Really struggling. I'm on his arse now.
Owen is now half a second off of Corsa. Paul's dropped 8 tenths back from his teammate. And surely we're going to see a lot of drivers box, but is it worth it? There's 2 laps left. Is it worth the risk? Are you really going to gain that much time by boxing for inters? If one person does and the person behind you doesn't, is it going to make a difference? That's what we've got to find out. It's Belgium 2008 all over again. It's Spa in TGP all over again just a couple of seasons ago. Who is going to box for the intermediate tyres? Softy surely has got to cover his back from Jake, because Jake is just 1.5 seconds off him now. Softy stays out. Jake stays out. Oh, what a race we've got going to. Is one of the Retard Russos going to box? Phil, is he going to box? Phil doesn't box. Paul boxes. Paul is boxed for the intermediate tyres. Let's see what the stock goes. Let's see where he can come out. Is he going to come out ahead of Johners?
I'm all
Causa.
over the back of Causa.
Causa's stayed out, and Owen's all over the back of him. The Sauber driver now. Causa's gone a little bit wide there, and Owen's already through. Doesn't even need the DRS. He's gone through already. Paul has already dropped to 6th, but he is going to be on the intermediate tyres. Jack Pearson hasn't boxed. Is Martin going to box? Where's Jonas? Jonas is only back at the end of sector 2. Is Paul going to come out in front of Martin? He should easily get Martin. Jack, on the other hand, not as easy. So Paul has dropped from 4th to 7th. Is this going to be a gamble worth taking with just 2 laps to go? Just 3 turns to go now. The left-hand turn, Softy has driven faultlessly. His team helped him a lot by calling him in early enough to cover off Jake. Softy rounds the last corner now to take his first win of the season, and Softy, in his first race back, wins the race. Jake's going to come home 2nd. Phil will be 3rd. Round the last corner now. It's so tricky out there on the tyres. Paul is just 1.7 off of Jack now. Phil comes home 3rd. Owen will come home 4th. Causa's dropped back a lot from Owen in 5th. Jack Pearson now just 1 second ahead of Paul. He's gone off again. He is really struggling on those medium tyres now. Is he going to get enough grip around these last 2 corners to be able to hold off Paul? I tell you what, it's going to be almightily close. Jack, I think, has just done enough to keep ahead of the Toro Rosso driver. Jack will come home 6th. Paul will come home 7th. But Paul does skip ahead of Jack, I imagine, due to penalties. Softy wins the race in his first race back. Jake in 2nd keeps his title hopes very much in his court. Phil 3rd, Owen 4th, Causa 5th, Paul 6th, Jack 7th, Martin 8th, John is 9th, Dom 10th, Dan 11th, and Nicolo 12th. What a race we've had here at Catalonia.
Dan and I have done the same match.
Whoa. Yeah. But I should be 4th.
up, then everyone piped up, and I just fucking over.
I set the
Wow,
lap
okay.
first.
Here we go. 3 lights, 4 lights. We got Softy and Jake on pole. Lights out, and away we go in Monaco. It's the intermediate conditions. Who's got the best start?
What are you doing,
Running out to turn 1 now. Apparently
Yeah,
Jonathan's in the
brilliant.
lead. Oh, Softy's all bloody hell. They're all sideways coming out of turn 1.
Arctic Devils, the fucking Mongol. Took me out.
Apparently still Jonas is in the lead, but Softy is actually in the lead on the track. Jake should nearly run to the back of Softy again then. It's all kicking off at the start here.
Oh,
Paul's in
damage.
3rd, down the man in 4th.
I'm doing 10 miles an hour.
The end of sector 1 then. Jake's still pushing the Renault driver
Foul.
around the track.
What are you doing that
How
for?
slow are we going here?
Oh, and then Owen's dive bomb has
Phil,
decided to come into
what did
contact
you
with one of
do
the
that
Toro
for?
Rossos.
Oh my god, Owen.
Softy now got a bit of a gap to Jake. That's what he would have wanted. Causa's just half a second behind the championship leader. Softy then looking for his 2nd win of the night, 2nd win of the season. The Renault driver returning back to the sport in 1st. Jake 2nd, Causa 3rd, Dan 4th,
he's gone up.
Phil
Oh my
5th, Paul
God,
6th. Oh,
whoa.
what's happened to Jake? Oh, Causa just jumped the corner. That was all. It was all. No panic, Mr. Mandarin. Don't panic, Mr. Mandarin. And we're hearing the Arctic Devils. Oh, he's binned into back as well. Arctic Devils is
Causa's
out,
out.
and one of the
Causa's
Red Bulls
out.
nearly followed him.
Causa's gone.
Causa's out.
Causa's binned it at the swimming pool.
Yeah. Might pit for a new set of inters actually.
Oh, and at the end of lap 1, we've lost 2 drivers already. Jonas is all over the back of Martin Diver, coming into Laris Gas. He's going to have a move at the inside. He thinks about it. Martin's running a little bit wide, and Jonas is through, coming up into Anthony Knows now. He's easily sorted out. Jonas making his way up the field already, up into 8th place. Dom Smith in 7th. Owen is all over the back of Paul, who's gone wide in turn 1. He's lost half of his front wing. Paul's in real trouble there, coming up the hill. He's going to have to do a whole lap before he's able to have chance of changing his front wing. A little bit further up the field though, we've still got Phil, who's ever closing on down the man. We could have the same podium we had in Spain at this rate, and it feels like F1 in 2015 all over again. Oh, and who's gone? Who's gone? Dan. Dan's off. Dan's lost his front wing. Oh no, he's lost half his front wing, I think.
I've lost it all.
Yeah, he lost half of it, fella.
It's all gone on my screen.
Green then.
Where's John? Where's John? Is he coming out the pits? He's still... I might get...
No, John is just exiting the pits now. Is Dan the man going to be ahead of him? No, I don't think he will. There's Dan. There's John. I think Jonas is going to do it.
Oh my god.
On the
Come
brake
on.
of turn 1.
Turn.
Jonas is right on the exit line.
Oh, I'm in the wrong
and
gear.
Dan's
That's
done
always
it.
helpful.
That's great
Just
news.
put
And Dom
Phil
Smith
out.
has pitted to repair his front wing damage as well. But Dan has jumped his teammate. I just saw a very end shot of the Force India. I don't think he does. No, his front wing still looks like
Oh,
a
grab!
tan.
Ah!
No, Dan's not out. He's just lost his front wing,
No, I'm
and
not
is
out,
now
but-
reversing down the swimming pool. And he's going to have to do a 3-point turn. Paul's got ahead. Dan, what happened?
just hit the wall at the swimming pool.
Oh, I'm pushing Jake.
And Phil is still struggling for a way past. Phil's only just gone wide there, though. Surely Phil's going to have a run down to him on the chicane. Dan's in the pits and replacing that front wing. What a shame for him. He might still come out ahead of Dom Smith. But Phil, he just loses too much time. I don't know whether Jake is just running a bullet in the straight line, but he just doesn't have an answer for it. And Softy's now 4 seconds ahead of this pair.
Yeah, we do.
These two are both skimming every single wall they can get away with. Dan does drop behind Dom. Jake is really struggling. Phil's taking a lot of curve, and he's pretty much alongside him now. Phil, round the outside of Laris Gas. He can have a little look, but he's not close enough. He's going to have a little look up the inside now. Clips the wall, and because he clips the wall with that rear wheel, he cannot get past the Force Indiaman. That was Phil's chance, but he didn't grab it. I don't know how much longer these two want to spend pushing each other around Monaco, but I for one want to see a few overtakes in this mix. And Phil's going to have a little look into Mirabeau, but thinks better of it. Into the hairpin. Is Phil going to have a little look? That's where Owen made his stupid dive bomb on
Lost
lap
my
one.
wing again.
Oh, and Jake's gone wide and Phil's alongside. Phil's going to go around the outside. It's the corner. No, and Jake's holding on, but Phil's still there. A little bit of contact. And they're going to be side by side through the tunnel. Jake's straight line speed could make a difference, but Phil is definitely there. Is he going to go up the inside in the chicane? No. Jake has held on. Oh, he's going to have a look at the contact, and Phil's lost some of his front wing.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a bit of a late move from Phil. It was a bit half-hearted. He didn't go into it properly, and he paid the price from losing some of his front wing, and that is going to put Owen right in contention, and Phil's going to have to box. He's all over the track. Oh, and Phil should have taken his opportunity when he had it. What a spectacle we're watching here. As we've got Softy, who's actually coming up to lap this pair. And Dan round the outside in the tunnel. Surely not. Dan the man round the outside of the tunnel. Hats off to you, sir. And he's pretty much put on this is getting ridiculous now. Phil is pushing Jake and Owen's pushing Phil. So Owen, the Ferrari and Owen Sauber is powering 3 cars at the moment as they're heading through the hairpin there. But still, none of them are close enough to each other to make a move. So as we were then for another lap probably. And Phil's lost some more front wing. Phil has lost a huge chunk of his front wing. Did he rear end Jake? I think he has.
Yeah, he did.
And that could be curtains for Phil's title. Not even title hope. Not that season yet.
Yeah.
And he lets Phil through half a second now off the back of Jake. Jake does take a much tighter line into the beginning of the chicane. Oh, it nearly clips the wall on the way out. The line is stirred and right on the knife edge round here on the street. Jake just doesn't seem to have the pace here. He had it in qualifying in the dry, but in the wet he's got nothing. And Owen's going to make a move on the inside into swimming pool. What a move! Owen Quimby up into second place. Wow, that's what we needed to see from Phil, and we didn't. And Owen has nearly hit the wall into Larascas, and Jake might get another chance here, but Owen makes the move stick, and that's just what Phil can do. But Jake,
What a grab by Softcore.
but Softy, then he's round the last corner. He has driven a faultless race when everyone around him has struggled to get his second win on the night. Softy wins in the Principality and takes him straight up to 50 points after an intense battle, which 5 laps ago Owen was 4th, and now he's going to cross the line.
Come on,
second place.
yes,
So,
come on, lads.
a great result there for Owen Quimby. Jake's going to come home 3rd to not really affect the championship too much. Phil's be 4th. John is who cuts the corner quite a lot.
I'm done.
Will be 5th, and Dan is all over Dom, but I couldn't cut to it as the AI has overtaken Dom anyway. That has been your racing tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you catch up with the highlights coming later on in the week, which will be what you're watching now, I assume. But nonetheless, thank you very much to Stair Sports Gaming, UK HD, 1080p Arena, and betnoon.com. This has been the Monaco and Spanish Grand Prix. We'll see you next week in Austria and Baku.